the newest accuser of Herschel Walker, who alleges not only as someone who pretends to be so pro-life now when he's running for Senate as a Republican, paid for her to get an abortion or paid for her abortion, but also pressured her into it. And I have a moment, she actually came out, showed her face from an interview she did where she talks about how she almost felt threatened by Herschel Walker to get the abortion, because different than the first story where it seemed the girlfriend was on board with getting the abortion. So the primary part of the story that is important is the hypocrisy, right? Me as somebody who supports your right to get an abortion isn't outraged that you did that. I'm outraged that you want to take away that right from other people, right? But this story is almost, is definitely worse, because it's not just the hypocrisy, but it's him, as you'll see in this clip I'm about to show you, threatening her to get it when she doesn't want to. She didn't want to get the abortion. Crazy. Take a look.
Jane Doe says despite being on birth control, she got pregnant in 1993. Walker, she says, pressured her to get the abortion.
He was very clear that he did not want me to have the child. And he said that because of his wife's family and powerful people around him, that I would not be safe and that the child would not be safe.
That's very menacing.
It is very menacing. It is very menacing. And I felt threatened, and I thought I had no choice.
She says at first she went to an abortion clinic but couldn't go through with it. But Walker, she says, talked her into going back with him.
He came to my house and picked me up and drove me to the clinic. And I went in alone, and he waited in the car while I went in and had the procedure.
She says Walker gave her cash to pay for the abortion and has no records or receipts of the payment or the procedure. She says after the abortion, everything changed.
Everything shifted. He distanced himself from me almost immediately.
Jane Doe says she left her life in Dallas within days.
Okay, so just on a personal level, how heartbreaking and just how kind of vile of a person he seems to be, where time and time again she talked about him promising that he was going to leave his wife to be with her, and you're the one I really love, and all of these things. Just around the corner, we're going to be together. But then not doing it time and time again, not following through, which either way, the cheating obviously is not a high character, but then also the lying and the manipulating. And then once this happened, threatening her in that kind of way and pressuring her to get the abortion when she didn't want to. And then after, not wanting to have anything to do with her. Just really icky, you know? And how what I'm about to show you is still the case baffles me. New polling has now bumped up the average of polls to having Walker leading by 1.6 points. Guys, Walker is leading in the polls right now. What is happening in the world? That is insane. Raphael Warnock, perfectly great, on policy, perfectly great rhetorically, a reverend, all these things. Herschel Walker can't talk about a single issue, can't clearly, convey his thoughts, or the thoughts he does convey show his misunderstanding of all these issues. And he's clearly a massive hypocrite, clearly very low character. But Trump endorsed him, or they just hate Democrats or something. And he is leading in the polls. That is incredible. And the Senate could come down to Georgia. And you can see here, this has also changed significantly. Now, 538 has the Senate as 51% chance, but 51 out of 100, hypothetical matchups have Republicans winning and 49 have Democrats. Whereas it used to be the Senate was 70-30 in Democrats' favor. Now it's 51-49 in Republicans' favor. And it looks like there is pretty much just, this is a toss-up. All of it is a toss-up. And that is incredibly scary. And we could have Senator Herschel Walker before you know it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before any of the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get access to an extra full show every Saturday that only members can see, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley, and there is a link in the description.